Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome back to another video on the channel. In this video, we are discussing something that I've seen a lot of debate on already on Twitter, on streams, on Reddit. Is UFL pay to win? Are they living up to their self-proclaimed tagline? When we say they, mean Strikers Inc., the company made UFL. Are they living up to their self-proclaimed tagline of fair to play? So in this video, we're going to discuss that. My experience of the game so far, I've played, how many is it? 127 games. I've played during early access. I've played a lot now during the main launch of the game. I'm one of the highest ranked players. I'm in the Ruby division. If you look, you can see there's quite a few divisions before that. Honestly, my record, I play a lot of like Ruby and Premier level players anyway. If I had played enough, I'd probably be in Premier by now already. I'd imagine I have a pretty good record against the higher players anyway. So, one thing I want to get straight, by the way, and clarify before I get into the rest of the video is I want this game to succeed. I prefer this game to FC. Prefer it to the FIFA franchise. I don't like EA as a company. My background, for anyone watching me, maybe he's never seen my videos before. I'm an ex-professional FIFA player. I used to travel the world for events, managed, coached different teams, and made content on FIFA for about 8 or 9 years. I'm thankful to EA that I've been able to make a career out of it, but I've become quite disillusioned. Are you sick to death of getting out teamed on FC 25? Want that God squad you've always been dreaming of? Check out IGGM.com today, the best and most reliable place to get coins for your ultimate team. Use the link in the description and code ZEL at checkout for a 5% discount. Check out IGGM.com today. Disenfranchised with the game and franchise as a whole, how pay to win it is, the gameplay just not being good enough, lots of things like that. I want this game to succeed, but then I've posted some tactics videos, I've posted some tips videos, etc. And I see people coming and say, we don't want any of this meta nonsense, go back to FC, people like you ruined the game. Whether you like it or not, people are going to post videos like that. People who want to abuse exploits on these games are going to find them. My videos are not to try and just exploit broken stuff. I don't want the games to be broken. I want this to be a great game. One of the reasons I don't like FC is because of how broken it is. I will never encourage cheats or hacks, but if something's really good on the game, I'm going to tell people how to do it. Mostly on the basis that I want the company who made the game to then go and fix it. That's just the way it is. I want this game to be the best it can be. I don't want the game to just be a game that I can just abuse exploits on. That's a pretty important point in general. And then I'm very much of the opinion of encouraging people to learn things themselves, try out lots of different stuff. Anyone who watched my FC content will know that I'm someone who's put a lot of effort into trying lots of different things. I don't just try and abuse everything on the game. I try and encourage people to learn different stuff themselves. So that is my perspective. I want the game to be good. I want to be a positive person within this community. And I'm really liking UFL. I'm not saying I'm, for anyone watching who's watched my FC content, I'm not saying I'm just completely done with FC. I'll be doing content for both FC and UFL moving forward. But like I say, I really like this game. I think it's got a lot of potential, and I really want it to succeed. So that's where I belong. There we go. So in terms of pay to win, this is my team right now. I've probably spent about £100 on the game, maybe £40 to £50 on CP, and the others on skins. So there's two kind of main things you can buy on this game. So if we look at the point store, you can either buy LP, which is allows you to get the team pass or like cosmetic stuff and skins, or CP. Or you can buy them together. CP literally just allows you to. The only thing, as far as I'm aware, you can really buy other than a few cosmetics is you can just go buy players off the store. Quite straightforward. There is a limit to what you can do with that. I could go buy all the CP in the world, but top right you can see my RP. I think that's like reputation points that's available. I only have enough to go and get like what rating could I get? An 82 rated player. Clearly not going to be very helpful at this point if that's all I can get with it. It's quite limited to some extent. What's changed is weak foot skills out of interest. They're pretty good. So you can't just instantly go on day one have the best team in the game just by spending money. So that's something important to state. But at the start of the game, if you build a brand new team or make a new club on a new account, you get about I think it's something like what you call it, 80,000 rep to begin with, and 15 million CP. So instantly you start with like 72, and then the rest of your team are all like 60s. So you can go spend money day one to go get a much better team than someone else who's completely new to the game. And if I Google the definition of pay to win, it is a gaming model where players can use real money to gain advantages over other players. This can include buying powerful items, unlocking exclusive content, gaining in-game currency that gives an edge. This game, technically then, by that metric, is pay to win. It literally does allow you to use real money to gain advantages over other players. It's all about perspective, though. Ultimately, this game is a free-to-play game that is very good value compared to FIFA or FC. Compared to the FC model, this game is crazy better value. I've got near the best team in the game in terms of ratings. I only have two absolute of the elite boys in Mbappe and Haaland, just to clarify. Like, a 91 Haaland is going to be much better than a 91 Evan Ferguson, because Haaland has better weak foot and his skills are better. You can't get the ultra skills with unless they're already on the player. So there is an element of that. But my team is very good and I've not spent a lot of money. But one thing that they did do that I thought was quite poor from Strikers Inc., they made a slight change, but it's still not good enough, was during early access, you was able to get about, with boosters, you was able to get 1.2 to 1.5k XP per game for your players. Now you get about 400-500 XP. So they made XP gains about 3 times worse. And then CP, I get about 40% of what I got during early access. So it takes a lot more to get CP. And then RP, they nerfed it about half. So the amount of time it takes to grind and earn good players is really bad in comparison to early access. And there's two elements to that. One, it takes a lot longer to grind. Two, anyone who played during early access had a massive advantage. And you could only get early access by paying for the game. So, again, it was a bit pay to win. I play people in the high divisions who played more than me during early access. I have a full-time job, work as a college esports lecturer, I have 2 kids. I didn't have time to play as much during early access. So whilst my team is probably in the top 1% of teams, I get out-teamed by people who have like 4 or 5 of the like elite end players. I'm at a disadvantage. I'm ideally hoping that I'm good enough at the game that when it goes to an esport that I could compete. That's what my aim is. I really like this game. So, Strikers Inc.'s tag of fair to play, does this game live up to that? It depends what they mean by fair to play. I don't think they really ever fully defined it. I think the community's general assumption was that fair to play meant you couldn't get a single advantage by spending money on the game. If that's the case, then no, the game's not fair to play. Is it reasonable to play in the sense of you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a very competitive team? Yes, I would say it is. I don't think for a free-to-play game, this is predatory. That's just my honest opinion on it. You can disagree if you want. I've seen some people criticising some of my videos saying, you spent money on this game, how dare you, blah, blah, blah. It's honestly pathetic, embarrassing behaviour to go on the internet and tell adults how to spend their money. It's just really childish and immature. I don't think there's any two ways of putting that. If someone spends money on something, as long as it's not hurting other people or doing damage to them, you really shouldn't care. So that's all I'll say about that aspect of it. But on FIFA, you could spend £5,000 and not get near the best team in the game. On this, if you play a lot and spend 500 quid, you'd have the best team in the game 5 times over. Another element that's a little bit paid to win is the skins. You can earn some of these for free. You can get LP, and then you can buy you can earn LP, and then you can buy LP to open these skin packs. I don't think the skins give a crazy boost as of now. They might change that, but again, it is a slight pay-to-win advantage. Sure, I have to put that out there, but I don't think it's a huge difference. But they're not very accessible without that. And then there is an element of pay to progress. That is one thing I will say about this game. FIFA, you can pretty much never physically get the best team in the game without spending a lot of money. On this game, you could, but they've made it really, really grindy with the nerfs to the economy and how you can earn things. So Strikers Inc. could honestly try argue is pay to progress quicker than pay to win. I still think pay to progress systems are somewhat pay to win. The team pass, I think the fact that there's no free team pass is a little bit poor. Unless I'm missing something, I don't think there is a free team pass. I think there should always be some sort of free model. And there's quite a few stuff in the team pass, like getting rep quicker, boosters, skin packs. That I get why they're there, but at the same end of the day, they're an advantage where you can pay to win a bit more. So is the game, in my opinion, pay to win? Yes. Is it a fair system? For the most part, yes. I just think they need to... I think the main thing they really need to up is the XP. The CP and RP is a little lower than I would like, but I understand they want the game to last. You don't want people getting the best teams in the game a few weeks and then getting bored. I understand that, but at this point, it's too hard to level up. It would take a few thousand games by my maths to get a like 60 rated player up to a 90. And they're still not even as good as like the pre-made 90s then. So, yeah, I don't know. I like the game. There's a lot I like about it. I'm going to start streaming it when my cold goes. I think game's got a lot of potential if Strikers Inc. get things right. That's where I'm at, though, with the game. I'm interested to know what your thoughts are. As always, I try and answer comments. Please be respectful, of course. Some people just come out with some nonsense. And yeah, appreciate you guys watching this video. Keep it spicy. Hope to see you guys next one. Peace.